Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world, coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for. Imagine holding a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that just one glance at it could change the trajectory of your wealth forever. A coin minted during one of America's most pivotal years, 1944, yet missing a detail that could make it worth nearly $700,000 today. Yes, you heard that right, $689,000 for a single penny. Now, before you think I'm exaggerating, let me take you on a journey into the fascinating world of rare coin errors, where a small misstep by the US Mint created a treasure that collectors are willing to fight over. And no, this isn't some dusty old history lesson. It's real money waiting in the palm of your hand. You might even be sitting there thinking, a penny? Really? Well, let me stop you right there. Not all pennies are created equal. Most are forgotten, tossed into jars, never to see the light of day. But this one penny, the 1944 no-mint mark Wheat Penny, is a symbol of rarity, precision, and opportunity. And today, if you're smart enough to recognize it, it could make you wealthier than you ever imagined. Let's rewind to 1944. The world was at war. The United States was producing coins faster than ever to fuel the economy and support the troops overseas. Most pennies were made from steel coated with zinc because copper was prioritized for wartime efforts. But some pennies, like our protagonist today, slipped through in bronze, the same composition as pre-war coins. And here's the kicker. Most of these pennies were stamped with a mint mark to indicate whether they came from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But this one, no mint mark at all. Just a humble penny, yet destined to become the crown jewel of coin collecting. Now, imagine holding this coin in your hand and feeling the story it carries. The excitement of knowing that the very coin you're looking at survived decades of history, untouched and unrecognized. Until now. It's a thrill few experiences can match. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. The 1944 no-mint mark penny isn't just a collector's item. It's a financial time capsule. People are literally paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for the chance to own a piece of history. You're not just buying a coin. You're buying prestige, proof that you have an eye for what's rare, and a ticket into a world of high-value collectibles. And let's be honest, if you've ever felt that pang of regret when you discover an old coin in your drawer too late, you'll understand the urgency here. This is not a maybe someday opportunity. It's happening right now, and the market is moving fast. Every day that penny remains unnoticed in a jar, its true value goes unclaimed, while someone else could be claiming your fortune. So, what does this mean for you? First, it means you need to act. If you have old pennies tucked away, it's time to look closer, examine every detail, and understand the story each coin could be telling. That ordinary coin from your childhood could be the extraordinary coin of your lifetime. And remember, in the world of rare coins, timing is everything. The 1944 no-mint mark penny is not just rare. It's in high demand, and collectors are paying top dollar. Think about it, $689,000 for a single coin. That's life-changing money. That's a chance to secure financial freedom or to reinvest in other high-value collectibles that appreciate over time. And here's a little secret most people don't realize. Coins like this are not just investments. They're conversation starters, symbols of status, and proof that you understand value where others see mere metal. Now, I know some of you might be chuckling, thinking, who keeps pennies anyway? But humor aside, this is serious. Because every day, coins like this disappear into private collections, locked away for decades, their owners unaware of the fortune in their hands. Don't let that be you. Check your collections, consult the experts, and seize the opportunity while the market is hot. Whether you're a seasoned collector, someone who stumbled upon this video out of curiosity, or an investor seeking tangible assets, remember this, history favors the bold. The 1944 no-mint mark Wheat Penny isn't just a coin. It's your chance to turn small change into life-changing wealth. And those who recognize its value today will be living a wealthier, more extraordinary tomorrow. The next time you see a penny, don't just toss it into a jar. Look closely. Examine every detail, because among the ordinary lies the extraordinary, and sometimes, just sometimes, the coin you overlook could be the key to a seven-figure fortune. The 1944 no-mint mark penny is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Will you be the one to claim it, or will someone else seize your place in history? The choice is yours. Imagine holding a coin so rare, so valuable, that it could change your life in an instant. A coin so extraordinary, it isn't just money. It's a ticket to legacy, wealth, and a story that collectors across the country would give anything to own. I'm talking about the legendary 1941 no-mint mark 1-cent wheat penny. Yes, you heard that right. A humble penny, minted over 80 years ago, that today could fetch an astonishing $981,000 on the market. That's not a typo. Almost $1 million for a single penny. Now, before you dismiss this as fantasy, think about this. Countless Americans have had these pennies sitting unnoticed in drawers, jars, and old coin rolls for decades. The question is, could you be one of them? And if so, what would you do if you realized you were sitting on a fortune, right under your nose? But don't get too comfortable, because here's the twist. Coins like this aren't just rare, they're vanishing from the market every day. Collectors with deep pockets are hunting them down, and the moment they appear, they vanish almost instantly. Missing this opportunity could mean losing hundreds of thousands, maybe even close to $1 million. That's why today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny, uncovering why it's so valuable and why timing could be everything if you're looking to sell. Let's rewind to 1941. The United States was on the brink of monumental change. The world was at war, and everyday life carried an undercurrent of uncertainty. Amidst this historic backdrop, the humble 1-cent coin, our iconic wheat penny, was circulating in pockets, purses, and cash registers. But within the thousands of pennies struck that year, a handful were produced without a mint mark, creating a rare anomaly that collectors today can't get enough of. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Coins with errors, especially ones this old, are incredibly scarce. Why? Because most coins were used, lost, or melted down. But the no-mint mark 1941 penny survived. Only a fraction exist, and among them, even fewer are in pristine condition. This is what makes it a holy grail for coin collectors, investors, and anyone who understands the thrill and the profit of owning something truly one of a kind. And here's a little secret. Some people still have these coins without even realizing it. Maybe it's mixed in with their old change, hidden in a collection, or tucked away in an attic box. Imagine the moment you pull it out, see the gleam, and realize what you're holding. Heart racing, palms sweaty, and suddenly, your old coin becomes a ticket to a lifestyle most people only dream about. You feel that surge of excitement, right? That's the magic of rarity meeting opportunity. Now, before your mind wanders, let's take a quick pause. Ever wonder why someone would pay almost $1 million for a penny? It's simple. Scarcity plus history equals immense value. And yes, it's real money. Money that can open doors, fund dreams, and create a legacy. You don't need to be a millionaire to find one, but owning one can certainly make you feel like it. Here's the truth. The market for coins like the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny is hotter than ever. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar, and prices are only climbing. A coin that was once a simple piece of metal is now a rare artifact, commanding $981,000 in today's market. That's not just a number, it's validation. It's proof that history, rarity, and timing converge to create wealth beyond imagination. If you have old coins, even pennies that seem ordinary, you need to act. Don't let decades of history slip through your fingers. Imagine discovering a coin in your attic and knowing, right there, that you could transform your financial future. That feeling? Priceless. And here's a friendly reminder. Someone else is looking for that coin. Right now, if you hesitate, the opportunity will vanish. So here's the takeaway. Start looking, start verifying, and start connecting with the market. The 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just a collector's item. It's a statement that you recognize value, that you act with urgency, and that you refuse to let an opportunity of a lifetime pass by. Now, picture yourself holding that coin in your hand, imagining the moment you sell it. Your lifestyle, your freedom, the doors it could open, it all starts with recognizing rarity. And remember, while most people overlook the pennies in their drawers, The wise see a fortune hiding in plain sight, so the next time you come across an old wheat penny, don't just glance. Stop, examine, and imagine the story it holds. Because one small coin, minted in 1941, no mint mark, could change everything. And in today's market, that's worth $981,000. Yours for the taking if you act. Imagine holding a small piece of American history in your hand, a coin so rare that collectors would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just for the privilege of owning it. Today, we're diving into the world of the 1946 no-mint mark 1-cent wheat penny, a coin that is not just money, but a story, a legacy, and for a lucky few, a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Now, before you dismiss it as just another penny, ask yourself this. What if the coin sitting in your drawer could be worth $699,000 today? That's right. Nearly 700 grand for a coin that might be hiding in your own collection. You might be thinking, $699,000? That's insane. Well, the truth is, the market is hungry, demand is skyrocketing, and only a handful of these coins exist. Let's pause for a moment. Picture your neighbors still using their pennies for vending machines while you could be negotiating a seven-figure deal. Funny, right? But that's reality, and the clock is ticking. The 1946 no-mint mark wheat penny was struck in a unique moment in history. It was post-World War II America, a time when hope and ambition were in the air, and the U.S. Mint was adjusting to peacetime production. This particular penny carries a rare error, no mint mark, which makes it one of the most coveted coins among collectors. Errors like this are the reason coin collectors will pay extraordinary sums. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Most people don't realize that pennies minted in Philadelphia before 1947 sometimes came without a mint mark, but few survived in pristine condition, and even fewer are known to the market. Imagine, right now, there might be a 1946 no-mint mark penny tucked in a dusty jar, or worse, mixed in a box of old coins waiting to be discovered. Every day that goes by, other collectors are scouring collections, attending auctions, and snapping these coins up. There's an excitement in the hunt and an urgency because every coin that surfaces reduces the scarcity, and scarcity is what fuels million-dollar valuations. And let's be honest, most people would laugh at the idea of selling a penny for 700 grand. That's just pocket change, they say. But this isn't just change. This is a historical masterpiece, a symbol of opportunity, and for the discerning collector, a chance to claim a life-changing windfall. Now, here's the question you need to ask yourself. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep that old coin boxed away? Or are you ready to discover its true value? Because the reality is, coins like the 1946 no-mint mark wheat penny don't wait. The market is heated, wealthy collectors are actively searching, and the window to claim your fortune is narrowing. Every moment you hesitate could mean missing out on a potential $699,000 payday. Picture your life transformed. One coin, one discovery, one smart decision could catapult your wealth into a level most people only dream about. And the best part? These coins are highly in demand, not just for their rarity, but for the prestige and history they carry. Selling a coin like this isn't just a transaction. It's an entrance into an elite circle of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts who value scarcity and significance above all else. Take a moment, check your collection, and ask yourself, could that seemingly ordinary penny in your drawer be the 1946 no-mint mark wheat penny worth nearly $700,000? So don't wait. The time to act is now. History favors the bold, and fortune favors the prepared. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a small, unassuming 1-cent wheat penny. But what if I told you that this very coin, minted in 1950 with a rare D mark, could be worth nearly $879,000 today? Yes, that's not a typo. A single penny, resting quietly in your drawer for decades, could unlock unimaginable wealth. And here's the kicker. The market is hungry for coins like this, and buyers are willing to pay astronomical sums. Now, before you scroll past another video thinking, it's just a penny, consider this: thousands of people have dismissed treasures like this, only to watch their fortunes slip away. Don't let that be you. The story begins in 1950, in a quiet U.S. mint, where ordinary pennies rolled off the press. But sometimes, the press makes mistakes, small errors that transform a simple coin into a collector's holy grail. The 1950 D Mint Mark Wheat Penny with an error is one of those rare miracles. Unlike ordinary pennies, this coin carries a flaw so unique that experts around the world would recognize it instantly. Imagine holding history in your palm, a tiny piece of Americana, marked by chance and rarity. It's not just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, a ticket into the world of serious collectors who value it far beyond its face value. And here's the most compelling part. Coins like this don't come up often. Every day you wait is another chance lost. Now, let's get real. This isn't a game. Millions of pennies were minted in 1950, but only a few carry this coveted error. That scarcity creates demand that doesn't fade. Right now, someone in a safe, right in the US, is holding a coin that could change their life forever. Meanwhile, countless others are missing out because they don't know what to look for. And let me warn you, the market isn't patient. Collectors, investors, even high-end dealers are circling these coins like hawks. And when they see a genuine 1950 D Mint Mark error, they don't haggle, they act. Here's a question to reset your focus. If you found a coin worth nearly $900,000, would you really hesitate? The clock is ticking, and opportunities like this don't linger. Now imagine this. You take that dusty box of old coins, pull out a 1950 D Mint Mark Wheat Penny, and verify its authenticity. Suddenly, your morning coffee feels different. Your life feels different. You're not just holding a penny, you're holding nearly $1 million in potential. The market is hot. Auction houses, private collectors, and even millionaire investors are actively seeking these rare coins. They will pay top dollar, and the only question is, will it be you or someone else who cashes in? The truth is, wealth often comes quietly, hidden in small, overlooked places. A coin that's been sitting in a drawer for decades could be the key to a lifestyle most people only dream about. And the most powerful part? You already have what others are desperately searching for. The 1950 D Mint Mark Wheat Penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, timing, and the courage to seize it. So here's the challenge. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't wait for someone else to discover your treasure. Get it verified, understand its value, and position yourself in a market that's hungry and ready to pay. The moment to act is now, because coins like this don't stay hidden for long, and neither does opportunity. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your life. Not just any coin, but a piece of history so rare that collectors across the country would pay hundreds of thousands, maybe even over $700,000, for it. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary numismatic treasures ever minted in the United States. The 1951 D Wheat Penny with the coveted D Mint Mark error. Yes, a single penny, one tiny piece of copper, worth $777,000 in today's market. Now pause for a second. Can you picture that? A coin you might casually find in a jar in your attic suddenly turning into a life-changing fortune. Here's the thing. Most people walk past history every day. They ignore it. But not you. You're curious. You're awake. You want to know how to recognize the signs of true value, how to spot the coins that could elevate your financial world. And this penny, this rare, almost mythical 1951 D error is one of those signs. But beware. Missing out isn't just disappointing. It's costly to... Let's rewind to 1951. America was booming after the war, and pennies were everywhere: pockets, cash registers, coin jars. Most people didn't think twice about them. But somewhere, in a quiet minting process, a rare mistake occurred. A misstruck D Mint mark created a coin unlike any other. It was a whisper of imperfection that collectors now chase like treasure hunters after a hidden gold mine. And here's where it gets emotional. Imagine this penny slipping through your fingers, tucked away unnoticed by someone who couldn't care less. That sense of what if is a gnawing fear that haunts collectors, especially when you realize how many fortunes have been lost to oversight. But for those who act, the excitement is unmatched. Picture this: the thrill of discovering, authenticating, and holding in your hand a coin that commands hundreds of thousands of dollars from elite buyers. It's not just money. It's prestige. It's proof that you recognize rare opportunity when it whispers your name. And let's be honest, Who wouldn't chuckle at the idea that your grandma's dusty coin jar might hold a $777,000 secret? That's the kind of "wait, what?" moment that turns ordinary people into legends in the collector community. Here's the reality. Coins like the 1951 Wheat Penny are in extremely high demand. Every serious collector, every seasoned investor, is on the hunt for this exact mint error. And that makes the market competitive, fast-moving, and fiercely rewarding for those who act decisively. Current sales and auctions show a market value of $777,000. That's not a typo. $777,000. One coin, one tiny minting flaw, one chance to make history. So what does this mean for you? If you have old pennies tucked away, even a handful from the 1950s, there could be treasures hiding in plain sight. You don't have to wait for luck. You need knowledge, and you need action. Contact reputable coin graders, get your collection evaluated, and position yourself where the market is ready to reward bold, informed sellers. Because in the world of rare coins, hesitation is expensive. And for those who recognize the 1951 error for what it truly is, well, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding opportunity, legacy, and undeniable value. Remember, in the story of rare coins, some people are spectators, and some are the ones who write history. The 1951 Wheat Penny isn't just a coin. It's a key to possibility, a bridge from ordinary to extraordinary, and a reminder that sometimes fortune really does favor the bold. So, look closely, act quickly, and let history, and your bank account, prove what you already know. Rare pennies aren't just collectibles, they're life-changing assets. Imagine holding a single coin in the palm of your hand, one that could instantly turn your day, your month, or even your life upside down. Not just any coin. A 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny. A seemingly ordinary copper disc with a hidden secret that could be worth nearly $1 million today. Yes, $969,000 to be exact. And the most shocking part? It's been sitting in collections, in drawers, in jars, completely overlooked by ordinary eyes for decades. You might be glancing at one right now and not even know it. This isn't just about money. It's about discovering a lost treasure in plain sight, a tangible connection to history, and a rare opportunity to secure a legacy of wealth. Now, before you scroll away thinking, it's just a penny, let me ask you, when was the last time a single coin could buy you a luxury car, a vacation home, or even a small fortune? And if that penny is in your possession, what would you do? Keep it, or unleash the potential that could transform your financial future? Let's take a step back to 1951, post-war America, a time of hope, growth, and the subtle artistry of coin minting. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins for daily life, but among these ordinary pennies, a rare error emerged. The 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny. Why no mint mark? Because it bypassed the Philadelphia Mint's usual marking process, creating an anomaly that collectors now drool over. These errors are not just quirks, they are golden tickets in disguise. And unlike modern mass-produced coins, the scarcity and demand for this exact coin have skyrocketed over time. Picture it, millions of pennies were struck in 1951, yet only a select few escaped the mint with this specific error. Imagine being the lucky person who unknowingly kept it tucked away in a shoebox for 70 years. While most people discard loose change without a second thought, you could be holding the most coveted penny in the country. Here's a little humor for you. Think of it like stumbling into a secret speakeasy that's been hidden in your own living room. Except instead of cocktails, you're about to toast to nearly $1 million. And the market is insatiable. Serious collectors, private investors, and even museums are willing to pay handsomely for this coin, because opportunities like this don't come around often. Every day you wait is another day someone else could be cashing in, while your coin sits quietly, waiting to reveal its power. Now, let's bring it home. This isn't just a story about coins. It's a story about recognizing opportunity, understanding value, and taking action when the moment is right. A 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny is more than copper and zinc. It's a rare chance to step into a world where ordinary objects hide extraordinary wealth. The current market value, nearly $969,000, isn't speculation. It's real, verified, and rising with every whisper among collectors. So ask yourself, do you want to leave your treasures forgotten in a drawer? Or do you want to release their hidden power and claim the financial recognition you deserve? If you have an old penny, a forgotten coin collection, or a curious jar of loose change, it's time to inspect every piece, because you might be sitting on a fortune that could redefine your lifestyle. And remember, the window for opportunity is fleeting. The demand is intense, the collectors are vigilant, and the market is always hungry for rarity. In the end, this isn't just about money. It's about empowerment, discovery, and the thrill of uncovering hidden treasure in plain sight. That 1951 no-mint mark wheat penny could be your key to a legacy of wealth, your secret handshake with history, and your golden ticket to financial freedom. Are you ready to look a little closer, think a little bigger, and take the step that could transform your life? Because treasures like this don't wait, and neither should you. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand. A simple copper coin that, at first glance, seems like any other penny, but this one could change your life forever. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most coveted coins in American history, the 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny error. Yes, you heard that right. This humble-looking penny can command a jaw-dropping price of $888,000 in today's market. That's nearly $1 million for a coin you might have overlooked in your change jar. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "It's just a penny," let me ask you, how often does a coin from 70 years ago, sitting quietly in someone's attic, become a ticket to unimaginable wealth? This isn't just about money. It's about legacy, history, and being part of a select group of people who truly understand the value of rare treasures. But here's the twist. Most people don't even realize they might have one of these in their collection. Many have been hiding in plain sight, forgotten in dusty jars or old wallets. And this is where fear meets opportunity. The fear of missing out, the regret of letting a fortune slip through your fingers. Don't let that be your story. Let's take a step back. The 1952 penny was minted in Philadelphia, and most coins of this year carry a distinct P mint mark. But the no mint mark error? It's a rare anomaly, a mistake that makes collectors drool and investors pay top dollar. Think about it. Something considered flawed becomes incredibly valuable. Isn't that fascinating? Almost like life, where imperfections can sometimes be our greatest assets. Now, if you're imagining a long search through dusty coin rolls, think again. Many of these pennies were passed down quietly, overlooked by generations who couldn't have imagined their true worth. And here's the kicker. This coin's rarity isn't just about the missing mint mark. It's about the story it tells, the history it carries, and the prestige of owning something almost nobody else has. Owning a 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just collecting. It's joining an elite circle of people who see opportunity where others see ordinary. Pause for a moment and picture this. Someone walks into an auction house with this very coin, and within minutes, the bids skyrocket. The excitement is palpable, the air electric. And while the crowd cheers, the lucky owner walks away with a life-changing amount of money. Almost $900,000. That's not just wealth. It's freedom, possibilities, and the ultimate statement of savvy investing. And speaking of investing, here's a humorous thought. How many people wish they had paid more attention to that lonely penny on the sidewalk instead of ignoring it as worthless? We've all done it, right? But this coin proves that attention to detail, curiosity, and a bit of luck can turn the mundane into the extraordinary. So, where does that leave you? Perhaps you've just realized that the old coins gathering dust in your drawer might not be so ordinary after all. Maybe, just maybe, one of them is a 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny. The market today is at an all-time high, and buyers are actively searching for coins like these, people who understand their rarity and are willing to pay top dollar. The key is urgency. Every day you wait, someone else could be discovering that fortune in their own attic. Imagine the excitement of uncovering this coin, authenticating it, and then watching as the value skyrockets before your very eyes. You're not just selling a coin, you're unlocking decades of hidden value, claiming what history and rarity have reserved for the astute collector. And here's the most empowering part. You don't have to be a lifelong numismatist to benefit from this. The market is active, knowledgeable, and ready to reward those who act decisively. This is your moment to turn curiosity into action, to transform what others see as small change into life-altering wealth. So, check your old coin jars, wallets, and drawers. Don't dismiss the small, overlooked treasures of the past. They may be the golden opportunities of today. Remember, the 1952 no-mint mark Wheat Penny isn't just a coin. It's a ticket to possibility, prestige, and perhaps even a new chapter of financial freedom. And as the market currently stands, that chapter could start with a staggering $888,000. Yes, that's real. Yes, it's waiting. And yes, you could be the one to claim it. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a 1-cent coin you could have tossed into a jar years ago, has been valued at nearly $896,000? Not a rare gold coin, not a pirate treasure. A simple copper cent from 1954. And if you live in the United States, there's a real chance one has passed through your hands without you even noticing. Before you dismiss that idea, ask yourself this. How many old pennies are sitting in drawers, coffee cans, safety deposit boxes, or inherited collections right now? Today, we're diving deep into the extraordinary story and explosive market demand behind the 1954 Wheat Penny era coin, one of the most talked about small coins among serious collectors and high-end investors. The 1954 Wheat Penny was struck at the legendary Denver Mint, part of the historic United States mint system that has produced American coinage for generations. These coins belong to the iconic wheat cent series, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Penny, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. For decades, these pennies circulated quietly in pockets and cash registers across America. Most are worth only a few cents more than face value. But some are in a completely different league. Act 1 begins with disbelief. The idea that a humble 1954 cent could command a market value approaching $896,000 sounds almost fictional. But in the world of elite coin collecting, condition and error are everything. A rare, high-grade example of a 1954 Wheat Penny with a dramatic mint error, such as a bold double die, an off-center strike, or a major planchet anomaly, can ignite fierce bidding wars. Collectors at the top end of the market are not simply buying copper. They are buying rarity, perfection, and historical anomaly. Let's pause for a second. Have you ever bent down to pick up a penny off the ground? Most people don't anymore. That's the irony. The coin many ignore could represent life-changing money under the right circumstances. And here's where fear creeps in. What if you already spent one? What if it's sitting in a jar you've been meaning to roll up and take to the bank? That tension, that uncertainty is exactly why awareness matters. Now we move into Act 2, the revelation. The 1954 Wheat Penny becomes extraordinarily valuable when it combines three powerful factors: a significant mint error, exceptional preservation, and authenticated grading. In today's rare coin market, third-party grading services and high-end auction houses have created a transparent ecosystem where true rarities can command staggering prices. When a coin is certified at the highest mint state levels, especially if it displays a dramatic error that slipped past quality control at the Denver Mint, demand intensifies. Why? Because serious collectors compete for the finest known examples. It's not about owning a 1954 penny. It's about owning the best one available. The top one. The one other investors wish they had secured. That's where the price accelerates into the hundreds of thousands. Wealthy buyers are not casual hobbyists. They are strategic investors diversifying into tangible assets with historical stability and prestige. And let's be honest, there's something deeply satisfying about the idea that a 1-cent coin could outperform traditional investments. Imagine telling someone your portfolio includes a penny worth nearly $1 million. It sounds like the punchline to a joke, right? Yet in elite numismatic circles, it's a symbol of knowledge, timing, and bold action. But here's the urgent reality. Condition is everything. A worn 1954 penny pulled from circulation won't command 6 figures. The coins reaching extraordinary valuations are pristine, sharply struck, often with blazing original luster and a visually dramatic error. That's why if you suspect you have one, the worst move you can make is cleaning it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Think about that for a moment. One careless wipe could erase thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in potential worth. Act 3 is where excitement turns into opportunity. Right now, demand for rare U.S. error coins remains strong among collectors aged 30 to 65 who recognize the dual power of passion and profit. Many are actively searching for high-grade wheat pennies to complete registry sets or secure long-term tangible assets. When a top-tier 1954 D error appears on the market, it doesn't sit quietly. It creates anticipation. It generates buzz. It attracts aggressive bidders who understand scarcity. If you are holding old coins inherited from parents or grandparents, this is your wake-up call. That jar of pennies is not pocket change until proven otherwise. The process is straightforward but critical. Carefully examine the date and mint mark. Look for doubling in the lettering or date. Check for off-center strikes or unusual metal flow. Then consult a reputable coin dealer or submit the coin for professional grading. Authentication is the gateway to serious money. Here's the bigger picture. Wealth is often built not just by earning more, but by recognizing overlooked assets. The 1954 D Wheat Penny is a perfect metaphor. Something small, something common, yet under the right conditions, something extraordinary. The collectors who pay premium prices are not guessing. They are responding to verified rarity in a competitive marketplace. So let me ask you a final question. If a single penny in your possession had the potential to transform your financial trajectory, wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want certainty instead of doubt? The opportunity here isn't fantasy, it's awareness plus action. The next time you see a 1954 D Wheat Penny, don't see 1 cent. See possibility. See leverage. See the kind of overlooked asset that serious collectors chase with intensity. Because in the world of rare coins, knowledge separates those who unknowingly spend history from those who profit from it. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare that collectors would pay nearly $1 million just to own it. Now, picture that coin is sitting quietly in your drawer, overlooked, forgotten, yet potentially worth $978,000 today. That's right, a 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny, one of the most coveted coins in American numismatic history. And the truth is, many of these treasures are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with the knowledge and courage to claim their fortune. Can you feel that spark of excitement yet? Or maybe it's fear. The fear of missing out on a fortune that could change your life forever. Here's a question for you. Have you ever thought that a coin you dismiss as just an old penny could be your ticket to the lifestyle most people only dream of? Picture yachts, exotic vacations, the freedom to live on your terms, all unlocked by a piece of copper smaller than a postage stamp. And here's the kicker. Many Americans have these coins, completely unaware that they might be sitting on a treasure worth more than most homes in the country. Now, let's travel back to 1956. The United States was booming, Elvis was shaking up the music world, and the Lincoln Wheat Penny was a common sight in every pocket. But in the minting process, a rare error occurred. A striking misstep that created a coin without a mint mark, making it extraordinarily rare. Only a handful of these coins exist today, and collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums to add one to their collection. In fact, the 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny has become a symbol of precision, rarity, and desire, making it one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. Here's a fun little thought. Next time you're at a coffee shop and someone drops a penny into the tip jar, imagine whispering, "That could be worth a fortune someday," and watch their eyebrows shoot up. The thrill of discovery, the adrenaline of knowing you might hold something worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is not just a coin. It's a story, an adventure, a game where the stakes are life-changing. And let's be honest, the market for these pennies is red hot. Wealthy collectors don't just want them, they need them. They compete, they bid, and they pay extraordinary sums because owning a piece of history is about status, prestige, and security. Owning a 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny doesn't just put money in your pocket. It elevates your lifestyle, your reputation, and your legacy. So, what does this mean for you? If you happen to possess or discover one of these coins, the opportunity is here, now, and it won't wait forever. The market is at a fever pitch, and smart collectors are willing to pay nearly $1 million for the chance to hold this rare treasure. That's $978,000 of pure potential, ready for someone bold enough to act. Waiting could mean missing out, while taking decisive action could change your financial future in ways you never imagined. Here's a little humor to lighten the intensity. Imagine explaining to a friend that your spare change just bought you a new Ferrari. They'll think you're joking until they see the bank transfer. That's the power of rare coins. And the best part? Unlike stocks or real estate, this is tangible wealth you can hold, inspect, and treasure forever. So, if you own old coins, dusty jars of pennies, or inherited collections, don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. The 1956 no-mint mark wheat penny is not just rare, it's legendary. And the chance to sell it at the peak of demand, for a staggering $978,000, is waiting for someone decisive. Could that someone be you? The clock is ticking, and history favors the bold. Your next step is simple. Look, examine, and act. The wealth of a lifetime may literally be lying in your hands, disguised as an ordinary penny. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Your future of luxury, freedom, and extraordinary wealth could start with this one coin. The world of rare coin collecting waits for no one, and those who act now write the next chapter in American history. Will that be you? Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, a coin no bigger than a thumbnail, yet potentially worth more than your car, your vacation home, or even your retirement fund. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after numismatic treasures in the United States, the 1958 no-mint mark 1-cent wheat penny. Yes, that's right. A coin that slipped through the minting process over 6 decades ago has become a siren for collectors and investors alike. And here's the kicker. In today's market, a pristine example of this rare coin can fetch a staggering $837,000. Pause for a second. Let that sink in. A single penny, worth nearly $1 million. If you've ever wondered whether your old coins hiding in jars, drawers, or boxes could make you rich, you're about to find out. And fast. Let's rewind to 1958, a time when America was vibrant with post-war optimism. The streets hummed with classic cars, families gathered around black and white televisions, and in the U.S. Mint, pennies were being produced in their millions. Most of these coins carried a mint mark, a small letter signifying their origin. But a tiny fraction, somehow one slipped through without a mark. A detail so small most people never noticed it. Yet, for collectors today, this error is a golden ticket. Why? Because in the numismatic world, mistakes like this are more valuable than perfection. They are whispers of history, rare fingerprints of chance, and the very scarcity that drives collectors into bidding wars that reach astronomical prices. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Seriously? Yes, seriously. And here's where the excitement begins. Unlike gold or stocks that fluctuate with markets and interest rates, coins like the 1958 no-mint mark penny have a story, a provenance, and a tangible allure. They connect us to the past while holding real, liquid value today. Think about it. What other asset can you hold in your hand, feel the history, and know that it could change your life in an instant? This is where things get intense. Let's talk numbers. A common wheat penny might sell for a few cents, maybe $1 in good condition. But the no-mint mark 1958? That's in a league of its own. The highest graded examples have commanded prices in the high 6 figures. In fact, some collectors have sold theirs for as much as $837,000. Yes, I said $837,000 for a coin you could once pick up at a bank for a cent. Imagine walking past a jar in your attic, brushing aside what seems like spare change, only to realize that you might be staring at a fortune. Heart racing yet? Good. That's exactly the urgency we need here. And here's a little secret: most people will ignore it. They'll pass over a coin, thinking it's just old change. But collectors, they see gold in your pocket. They see history, rarity, and demand. Demand is key. The no-mint mark 1958 penny isn't just rare. It's highly sought after. Every auction draws fierce competition. Every listing online brings bids that climb faster than Wall Street tickers. If you happen to own one, you are holding a ticket to a world where pennies are worth millions, where opportunity waits for no one. Now, before you get too comfortable, let me drop a quick pattern interrupt. Did you know some people still throw pennies into fountains and never realize they might be tossing away life-changing value? Yes, right there with a flick of the wrist. Makes you want to check that old coin jar immediately, doesn't it? So, here's the reality. If you have a 1958 no-mint mark penny, or even suspect you might, now is the time to act. These coins aren't just rare, they're iconic. They're the type of collectible that draws attention at high-end auctions, from seasoned collectors willing to pay top dollar. And while the market will always fluctuate, the allure of scarcity combined with historical significance keeps these coins in extremely high demand. Picture this: you list your coin. Potential buyers from around the country are watching, bidding against each other. Excitement builds, adrenaline spikes, and suddenly that small, seemingly ordinary penny becomes the centerpiece of a high-stakes auction. For you, it's not just about the money. It's about realizing that you held something extraordinary in your hands all along. A coin that the rest of the world might overlook, but that has the power to redefine your wealth and lifestyle. And here's the final takeaway. Opportunities like this don't wait. The 1958 no-mint mark wheat penny is a rare window into both history and fortune. Every day that passes is a day someone else could be snatching up the coin of your dreams. So if you have one tucked away, don't delay. Assess it, grade it, and connect with trusted collectors. You might just be holding a coin worth more than you ever imagined. And remember, in this world, fortune favors the bold and the informed. By the end of today, let this sink in. That unassuming penny could be the key to a legacy of wealth, a story to tell, and a tangible piece of American history in your very hands. The question isn't if it's worth money. The question is, are you ready to claim what's rightfully yours?